of this channel is beyond the body, living and dying with empowerment. So what the heck is beyond the body? I mean, I am this body, you are that body. We see each other's bodies. Our bodies are real, they're alive. So what the heck is that? Play with me a little, if you will, and we'll do a short meditation after I just bring up a metaphor. So we have a car, and most of us, well, we might have a little story about our car in the sense that if we have a Lexus, it means this kind of status, or we like that kind of color, or we have uh, another kind of car that has a different kind of status. You can tell I'm not a car person, but we do get attached to our cars, even if there's a sense of gratitude that this car, even if it's an old jalopy, has taken us from here to there. But we don't confuse who we are with that car. There's never a sense that the car is us. Hang in there. We've been trained by our communities, by our families, by our schools, by each other to associate who we are with our name, with our body, with our behavior, with our thinking, with our personality, with our hearts. But all of that is changeable. We act one way with one person, we act one way when we're eating a certain way. Like when I'm on caffeine, I'm very talkative. When I'm not on caffeine, I'm kind of quiet. Which of those is me? Um, Ages. Close your eyes a minute and feel. Have you always had a sense, as long back as you can remember, that there was something continuous about you? I mean, you looked one way when you were 5 and 10 and 20 and 40 and 60, if you're 60, and if you're 25 or 30 or 35, whatever age, we have a different look. Our thinking is quite different at different ages. A 12-year-old is not even close to a 30-year-old, and so on in their mental capacity. And our mindset is very different in our family and when we're older and when we have careers and we are parents and so on. It's all different. And yet, isn't there something continuous? And so we tend to believe that we should feel the way our body looks because people are almost ashamed when they say, well, I know I look old, but I actually don't feel old. I feel the same as I always have. What if there is truth to that? What if on this journey, on this channel, on this playlist, we discover together what we are? If we're not just limited to a body and to our current thoughts and current feelings, all of which are changeable. So if you would for a moment join me and close your eyes and think back to being 12 or 10 or 5. Pick an age. And now raise your hands and wiggle your fingers. Wiggle them, wiggle them, wiggle them, wiggle them, wiggle them, wiggle them. And now maybe your arms are getting tired. Good. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle your fingers. Now, can you be entirely sure where your wiggling fingers end and where the air in the room begins? You can bring your hands down and your arms down. If you've ever gone somewhere like the redwoods and you look at a tree, there is no way to determine the age of the tree because the people at the redwoods parks will show you that underneath all of the tree roots are intermingled and you cannot tell the age of any particular tree. Now, some of the outer parts of the trees will die in a storm, but that doesn't mean that that tree ends. And so we will continue on this channel and on this playlist to talk, but also not talk, so that we can maybe a little bit more in meditation, open to the possibility that we are beyond the body and we can talk about living and dying with empowerment because that is an experience and I want us to all share that. Bye.